Well, hey there everyone, Kay here on my homestead in Tennessee. Welcome back to my channel. I have just returned from Bard's Fest in Flemingsburg, Kentucky. And did you know that in northern Kentucky, near Preston, they have something called court days? I did not know anything about this, but on the way to the farm where we had our festival, I kept seeing these flea markets set up along the farms, along the side of the road in the various farms on the way. And I saw several the first morning. We were running a little late, we didn't stop, and they had tarps over everything. But the next morning we were a little bit late and we did stop, and I found a couple of items I wanted to show you. I talked to several people in the breakfast room at the hotel where we were staying, and everyone was there for court days, what they call court days. Way back in history, I don't know exactly when, they had the circuit court came to Preston, and on that weekend, they all brought their goods to market, their extra stuff they wanted to sell. And it was a huge flea market in Preston, and it just grew and grew. And so driving out to the farm from where we stayed, we saw several flea markets. And of course, we didn't even get to Preston, where that's an all-day affair. All 2 days, 3 days, you couldn't get it all. So if you're interested in flea markets, boy, put this down on your calendar for next year. Court days near Preston, Kentucky. Okay, so the second day they had the trailers uncovered, the flatbed trailers, and each one would have like maybe 6 or 8 flatbed trailers, long ones, just packed with stuff, everything from antiques to dishwashing soap, extra household goods, just whatever you can imagine at a flea market. They had a little bit of at this particular one. Of course, the antiques were right in the front, and so that's where I stopped. I said, let's just take a look, And I had been wanting a weight scale ever since we went, Denise and Daryl and I went to pick muscadine grapes. I made a video on that. We had a great time, and they had a weight scale there. That's how they charged you for whatever you picked, okay? So I thought, well, I can, order one online. I can go and get something at one of the box stores. But I just hadn't done it. And I walked into this flea market, and there was a young Amish couple. The man was standing beside me, and he had just picked up what I recognized to be a weight scale. And this is it. And it's solid brass, and it has New York right on the top. Warranted and made by Morton and Bremner, New York. So he was holding it, and I turned to the vendor and I said, oh, I've been wanting a weight scale so bad. I was telling him I wanted to weigh my sweet potatoes. I think we just harvested about 150 pounds. And he goes, well, that only goes to 24. And I go, oh, it's 24 pounds down here. So, I said to the man that was holding it, just a nice young man with a beautiful smile, I said, do you really want that? And he said, well, I need to weigh my rabbits. And I said, oh, yeah. Rabbits probably wouldn't weigh. Oh, you know what? I just thought we should weigh my cats. Hopefully Spot is not over 24 pounds. Hadn't thought of that until just that moment. Anyway, I don't really have a good place to hang it in here. But the reason I'm out here is because right here, oh, and I also bought this. This is a hay hook. I don't know if you can see it. You just grab the hay bales and you pull them off. And I thought, I need this because I just procured, they're not here, but I got my helper Randy and friend Randy to purchased some from me because he knows where the hay grows and he knows it's not sprayed. And I said, just get me 60 bales. I know I can use it. So they're all sitting over there in his barn already. And so I thought this would be really cool to use for my hay bales. To just, I don't have the strength to grab a hay bale with one hand. Probably not. But I could pull it off of a thing, you know, with the hook. Anyway, right here, I have all my sweet potatoes over there that are left, and we're going to weigh them all. And then over here, I just hadn't moved these to the garage yet, but this is the rest of them here. This big bin is full of sweet potatoes. So this has got to go over there, and I've got the other sweet potatoes in different baskets and 5-gallon buckets and things. So we're going to go over there and we're going to weigh everything. So stay tuned. Well, that's about 2 pounds off. That looks like 14 plus 2, 16 pounds. I had bowls get after a bunch of these, so I need to save what I can and clean this all up. Spend a day on sweet potatoes. Purple potatoes did the best. Sweet potatoes, not potatoes. Oh God. It looks like 9 plus 2. These are the white potatoes, I think. Some big ones. This looks like the mother. That looks like 18 plus 2, 20. That's around 6 plus 2. That looks like 13. Let's see, yeah, 13. Maybe 14. Okay, 13 plus 2. That's 5. Okay. That is 15 plus 2. That is 18 plus 2. Get up. Oh shoot. Come on, come on, come on. Oh gosh. Why do you have to turn? Ooh. There we go. Okay. Okay. That is, that is 23, wait, 23 pounds plus 2, that's 25. That is 16 plus 2. Okay, that is 16 plus 2, 18. Okay, that was a little bit of work. Yeah, so I just added it up, and there was 174 pounds that I just weighed. And then I gave 10 pounds to Renee, who I just went to the trip, with on the trip. Also, I took at least 30 pounds. I didn't weigh them, but there were 2 heavy baskets, and as we saw, the heavy baskets were between 18 and 20 pounds, so I don't want to overestimate, so I'm saying 30 pounds for the 2, and that comes to 214 pounds. Now, I thought it would be more because there were there were vines all over down there. It was incredible. Now, here's the thing. I have not harvested the side garden, and I would say, just based on what we're looking at, I would say maybe another 40 pounds, something like that. So at least, at the very least, I had a 250 pound harvest, which is great. And just so you know, I planted every single slip. I haven't, Randy harvested the potatoes, while I saved, on the first 2 days, I saved sweet potato leaves, and I brought them up, washed them, and froze them. And I can talk more about that in another video, but I put about 2 gallons worth of sweet potato leaves in the freezer. He did all the digging. I did other things. So that's the story. Thank you so much for watching. The weight really came in handy. It's an estimate. It's not perfectly exact, but gives us a real good idea of how well I did. I did have vole damage. You probably noticed on a few of those that were eaten on. Oh, I forgot. I gave Randy about 10 pounds. Forgot about that. He took a lot of the ones that had been eaten on, so because he knew I couldn't sell them. So yeah, so that's my sweet potato harvest for this year. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. Click the bell for notifications. Scroll down and click all so you won't miss an episode right here on the homestead. God bless you, and I'll see you in the next video. One more thing, when I was looking at the weight, I asked the vendor, how do you know it's accurate? He said, you don't. So that's why I tested it with a full half gallon of milk in a glass jar, glass bottle, which was over 6 pounds, you saw it, and then on the scale it was 4 something, so it's about 2 pounds off. That's okay. Thanks for watching.